Welcome, friends. Today we're going to talk about our minds. I'm sure everyone has that point in their life that they have everything they want to do and everything they have done, and it's all in your mind. It's so clear, but at the same time, it's so scattered. Actually, there is a pretty easy tip to get this organized and get clarity on your life and be able to move forward and get so much more done and be so much more relaxed while you're improving yourself. And today we're going to talk about that. What am I talking about? I am talking, of course, about journaling. So in today's video, we are going to talk about journaling, and we are going to look at the pros that comes with it, and you will be surprised how much easier your life gets with a pen and a paper. It might sound old school, but it works. Before we continue, let me introduce myself. I am Sam, a claims expert, an entrepreneur, and employee development leader. That means that I work with a lot of people and train them in situations they can't overcome themselves. I helped a lot of people in my career, and I love helping people and I love learning. That's why I started this YouTube channel. In my journey, I'm trying to improve all of you and myself. So I hope you enjoy this video, and please like and subscribe so we can learn together. Let's start. The first question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we write a journal? Of course, we don't want to have the perfect entry. That's not why we write a journal. You don't have to be a novelist. All you have to do is write your thoughts on paper, because when you get your thoughts out on the paper, you get more clarity. It could be something small. You could start with 5 minutes a day. In that day, just write something simple like what's on your mind that day, what do you want to do that day, or what is your goal. You can write, for example, today I feel a little anxious about starting this project. Or you could say, I am so excited to go out with my friends. Like, whatever it is, just put them in your journal and boom, that's your journal entry. It's that simple. So just start small and we will build up and get better at it each day. So what's the effect if you do this, and how will it benefit you? Well, the studies show that if you do this, you have less anxiety and less stress. And research at University of Rochester has found out that expressive writing can improve your memory and your problem solving abilities. So just by writing on a piece of paper, you get more done, you get less anxiety, and you get a better memory. And why this is because when you write your thoughts on a piece of paper, what you are doing is decluttering your mind. So what happens is you put them all in order, and your mind can make sense of things that have happened. And it's no wonder that you can easily solve the problems if you have them in order, of course. Okay, so I have also had in my life that I struggled a lot with achieving my goals until I started journaling. I remember that I made all those plans, and I always thought this is the time that I'm gonna achieve the things that I want, only to see that in a month or in 2 months, if I was really focused, that I lost my goals. Till one day I started to pick up journaling. When I tried to write the journaling, it changed my life completely, because the more I wrote what I was going to do in easy steps, the more I started coming back and doing it, because it was easy. It was just 4 tasks, for example, for that day, and it was easy to do. I approved it for the day. I said today was a good day, and I got the sense of accomplishment. And the next day, because I had already the tasks lined up, all I had to do was follow them. I didn't need to think about everything, because I was already thinking about everything the day before when I already was active. So the next day just rolled on top of that. So with that, you get so much more done and you can keep track of your goals, and it's an amazing thing to do. So start small and stay consistent. Just do it every day, even if it's one or two things that you start writing. Keep on doing it. It will get easier over time and you will get used to it. Okay, so if you're at this point now and you want to start journaling, but you're still thinking, I don't know what I want to write about every day, this is where journal prompts come in handy. So prompts help you to get your page filled up or to guide you in things that you need to answer. You can decide beforehand what you want to answer for the day. I could give you some examples, for like examples, what did I achieve today and what am I grateful for? Or others like, what am I worried about and how could I solve this? When you put these things in your journal, all you have to do them is to answer them. And when you answer them, you get a relief because most things are easily solvable, but we just keep them in our minds instead of putting them on paper. So these prompts will help you with that. What my favorite is, I like to focus on things that I achieved. So I ask myself every day, what did I achieve today? That helps me to focus on the wins that I got today, even on the tough days. And what ends up happening is I feel less overwhelmed because I shift my perspective from overwhelming things that I haven't done and get me overwhelmed to things that actually went well on that day. And when I do that, because I shift my perspective to things that I have got done, I get motivated for the next day. So maybe want to try out. So whatever you're an entrepreneur or doing schoolwork or having problems with keeping on your goals, whatever it is, the next tip may be for you. You can try bullet journaling. And in this form of journaling, what you're doing is you have a very flexible way of putting your goals, your projects, your work, or whatever it may be in your journal. And there are no one set of rules. So you're very flexible in how you want to give form to your journal. So what you do is you can create task lists or habit trackers or to-do lists. It doesn't matter. It's with bullet journaling, you have the control and it's very flexible in what you want to do. And research shows that if you write your tasks down in your journal, there is 42% more chance that you will actually achieve them. This is in the Journal of Applied Psychology if you want to look it up. So whatever you're managing your work life, your private life, or whatever it is, you have a 42% more chance to succeed if you journal. So why wouldn't you? I personally also use a bullet journal. I find it relaxed. It doesn't conform me to rules that I have to follow every day. I can just make of it what I want to make of it, and I find it very freeing. So the following point is important point because it's about our mental well-being. We all know that in this day and age, the mental health is something we look good after, but it gets harder. It is pretty easy to get overwhelmed, not just with your own personal life, but even the situation around us with everything that is changing. So what can help you with these things is journaling about them. When you journal about your feelings on paper, the chances are very high that you get reduced stress and anxiety. Like I said earlier, this has been scientifically proven that when you write your feelings down in a journal, you experience less of these things. It also helps you to gain perspective and might help you find solutions to things that you already knew but that you didn't see before. Just by having them on paper, you might find new solutions. And tip number 5. So we are at the last tip, and this tip is about setting your clear goals for yourself and monitoring them. So with journaling, it's not just about reflecting, but it's also about setting goals. What do you want to achieve in your life? What do you want to achieve in 3 months? What do you want to achieve in a year? What do you want to achieve this week? It's important to set goals for yourself and keep track of them. And what I do myself is I set goals for 3 months and a weekly goal post. So what ends up happening is I have a goal for every day, for every week, and every 3 months. And with this in mind, I can every time review if I'm on path and if I'm doing everything correctly. So it helps to self-regulate and have everything written down so you can check what have you done, what haven't you been able to do, and what do you need to change to be able to achieve your goal. So it's important to keep track of it. So be sure to write your goals periodically and make sure to every day review them so you are going in the day with a mind that is focused on the goals. Because if you have a journal and you see your goals before the day starts, then you're more likely to achieve more things in that day. And every week, when you go back to your journal, you can see what you have achieved and what needs work. Okay, so let's recap and see what journaling can mean for you. It can help you start small and stay consistent. It can give you the tools to write about the things that you care the most beforehand with prompts. The third thing that it can do is it can help you stay organized with bullet journaling. And when we're down, it can help us to sort our emotions with journaling about our emotion and keeping our mental state at a better position. And most important, maybe of all, it can help us to stay on track with our goals and review them for success. So if you're ready to give journaling a chance, pick up that notebook and go at it. No pressure, just start small and take it easy. Maybe 1 point if needed, maybe 2, maybe more. See what feels good for you and keep on doing it. In time, you will see it will become a part of your life that you can't do without. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out also my other videos where I talk about 5 tips on how to improve your life. And I will see you again in the next video. Be sure to subscribe and have a nice day.